Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Ugly Face Gaming here, and welcome to a Dragon Ball Super Broly the movie type of video. Now, for many of you guys who don't know, as the time that I'm actually recording this video, the DVD as well as Blu-ray slash digital set of Dragon Ball Super Broly has been released. I actually got my copy of it today, which honestly I am pretty ashamed of myself for getting the movie because obviously with the whole controversy with Vic Mignogna and the VAs of Dragon Ball Super, as well as how they managed to just kick him out of Funimation and a lot of his other things. But obviously Vic is doing really good, as many of you guys probably have not seen over on Twitter. He's thanking everyone who actually went to KamehaCon, as well as thanking them for letting him actually be part of their convention, which is really really cool. And shout out to KamehaCon for actually letting Vic return, because even though they lost a lot of voice actors from Dragon Ball Super, like they lost Monica Rial, Sean Schemmel, Christopher Sabbath, a lot of those people, they did manage to bring in the other dubs of those characters. So they brought in a ton of characters like Kid Goku and Kid Gohan. They brought Majin Buu and Mr. Satan, as well as the voice of Goku from a different dub, and so on and so forth. So, good on them for actually doing that. But this isn't about that. This is about the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, because when I actually got the movie and actually saw what was in it, the 45 minutes of content that they actually added isn't necessarily towards the movie as I initially thought within my video. Within one of the videos that I did, I talked about how there's going to be 45 minutes of extra content added, and I thought it was going to be towards the actual movie, in which they give us more context as to what exactly was happening, maybe during the history of the Saiyans, because the histories of the Saiyans part did seem a little rushed in my opinion, and I thought they were going to add more towards that segment. But no, this 45 minutes was actually a separate disc that came with the movie that had to do with interviews. Now, when I personally clicked on the interviews, I was thinking that there might be something with Vic Mignogna within this, because they did announce all of this, whole Blu-ray stuff before the whole controversy started and whatnot. So I kind of thought there's going to be some Vic Mignogna stuff in there. But when you actually click on the extras and you go towards what the extras actually have to offer, it's literally just a bunch of interviews, but none of them have to do with Vic Mignogna. Now, let me not show you guys, but state what is actually in the extra pack of that actual disc. So, it actually comes with the interview with the cast of Dragon Ball Super Broly, Dragon Ball Super The Legacy, which is, I believe when I watched it, it was just the voice actors talking about their legacy with Dragon Ball and how they got into it, and like the legacy of Dragon Ball, and how it affected other people. Then we move on to Are You Smarter Than Your Voice Actor? And then from here we go on to individual voice actor in terms of them answering your guys' questions, which I didn't get to it because there's a lot of them. I really didn't want to waste my time actually watching those videos, but I'm going to showcase to you guys as to who those voice actors were. So the first voice actor was Christopher Sabbath, so he answered your question. Ian Sinclair, which I believe he does the voice of Whis. Then we had Jason Douglas, who I believe does the voice of Beerus. Sadly, Monica Rial is in there, and Sean Schemmel, and the last thing is obviously the trailers of Dragon Ball Super Broly. But that's not necessarily what I actually have, a little beef towards, because I actually uploaded that on Twitter showcasing that they had nothing to do with Vic Mignogna. So I even stated like, where can I get a refund, because there's no Vic Mignogna stuff, which honestly I kind of wish I could get a refund, because I kind of got the whole DVD stuff because I thought there was going to be some Vic interviews and so on and so forth, but there really isn't. And another person actually tweeted at me stating that is there really nothing to do with Vic Mignogna, because on Amazon, on the listing, Vic Mignogna actually has a little section under, I believe it is Sean Schemmel. Yes, under Sean Schimmel's answering questions from fans, under Sean Schemmel is Vic Mignogna. So this has some speculation towards it, because at some point before they released the movie, they just decided obviously to cut Vic out, which I'm guessing they did that once they actually kicked Vic from Funimation. I'm guessing they just cut his whole part completely, because these voice actors had a lot to say during their interviews, and I'm guessing there was supposed to be some point in there where Vic Mignogna is supposed to come in, because a lot of it was the voice actors talking about the movie, their experiences with the movie, how their characters develop within the movie. And it's kind of weird to actually have all of those interviews without the main voice of the movie being there, which is Vic Mignogna. So it's kind of really disappointing, in my opinion, the fact that they actually just cut out Vic Mignogna's part just absolutely from the actual movie. I'm glad they kept his voice. I'm glad they didn't recast him for this dub and for the release of this actual movie. I'm really glad, or I don't think they did. The voice sounds really, really similar to Vic, so I doubt they actually took him out and they replaced someone that quick. But I am pretty ashamed how they actually cut out Vic's interview within the actual thing. Like, in my opinion, they should have just left it in because it is a huge part of the movie. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who actually went to go watch the movie were Vic Mignogna fans because obviously you can't have Broly without Vic Mignogna. So, in my opinion, the reason why the Broly movie did so good and sold so much was obviously because not only the introduction of Broly into the canon, but the return of a legendary voice actor like Vic Mignogna. But seeing how they actually cut him from Funimation, and we see the effects of it right here, that they actually took him out from the listing of the actual extra disc that comes with the movie, I kind of feel robbed because I got that DVD set because I thought there's going to be something with Vic Mignogna in it, and obviously once I actually opened it up and I actually saw that he wasn't listed within those interviews, I was pretty disappointed. Like, as a fan of Funimation and their work, I really wish they did have a little bit more decency to actually just put Vic in there because Vic is a huge part of this movie. I feel like he's the reason why a lot of people went to go watch this movie, and in my opinion, it just sucks, how Kick Vic and I Stand With Vic actually managed to get this far and how Vic has managed to lose a lot. And obviously, as we can see, he's been taken out of the extra disc, which I bet a lot of people were hoping to see some of Vic's interview questions and him just being on the actual disc itself when they actually ordered it. But like, I do feel ashamed that I bought the movie because obviously I do not agree with what Funimation had to do and how they did it with Vic Mignogna. But I really did love the movie for what it was, so I just thought, hey, might as well have it for memorabilia just there. I mean, when the disc came, the first thing I did was rewatch the movie because I honestly love that movie so much. I feel like I've watched that movie about 5 to 6 times already. So I mean, I'm a huge fan of the movie. I'm a huge fan of the fights, the animation, the art, the music, everything to do with Dragon Ball Super Broly. Even though I hate the circumstances surrounding that movie, I really do love it for what it was, and I'm not going to ask for a refund or anything when it comes to that movie. I'm gonna keep it, obviously, but like, at the same time, Funimation, what are you doing? Like, just put Vic's part in there. Like, is it really that difficult? Do you guys hate him that much, or do you guys like not want to be within this controversy at all, that you guys just completely took him out from the listings of the actual extra disc? But that's enough of what I have to say. What do you guys have to say about this? Are you guys still hashtag I Stand With Vic? Because the hashtag I Stand With Vic movement is extremely, extremely strong right now, especially with him going back to Kamehakan. This gives not only fans, but also Vic a huge, huge hope that there will be something in the near future for him. Because if something like this happens where he's actually, back into a convention, he cares about his fans within like multiple videos that people put on Twitter. He does care about his fans. He really does care about their well-beings and so on and so forth. So I mean, Vic is kicking back, and hopefully he does manage to get his jobs back. Hopefully more conventions actually list him back, but as of right now, it's just baby steps. But like I'm saying, what do you guys have to say about this? Are you guys kind of ashamed that Funimation took him out from the actual listings of the special features of the extra disc? What do you guys actually think about that extra disc? Were you guys hoping that those 45 minutes were actually going to be some good juicy information about the actual story, some added scenes here and there? Or are you guys, happy that there are interviews from other voice actors? Which honestly, when I was watching those interviews and I got to Monica Rial's part, I don't know, because she even stated like it was so much fun recording with all of my friends, and then deep down inside I'm just like, are you sure about that? Because from what you've been talking about Vic, it doesn't seem like you're having too much fun with him being on the team. But that's kind of like my 2 cents in it. I'm gonna stop the drama right here because I really don't want to get hit with Kick Vic people hating on me and so on and so forth. But like I'm saying, hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. I hope to bring more Dragon Ball content to you guys. I know it's been kind of slow. I'm almost done with this semester of school, so cross my fingers that I will be able to upload more for you guys in terms of Dragon Ball stuff. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video though, and with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.